Welcome, soft tappers, to
Tap
Talk.
Yes, we are doing a podcast now.
Okay, look at us go. We're good at casually talking. We're not good at like the sort of scripted, on pressure YouTube kind of talking.
Yeah.
So maybe we just kind of talk to you guys and see.
I think that this is something that honestly we do best. We talk to artists every single day.
That's true.
Every day.
Yeah.
Day in, day out. And we try and be very helpful. And because that's one of our strong points, we really thought that we could offer a lot of good information here in this kind of a setting. So that's why we're here.
That's it.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah. So we want to, basically the goal for us is just to cover some topics, very relevant information that's very modern.
Yeah, we've got some tea for you here and there. If you're looking for tea and permanent makeup, this is going to be a great place for you to find it, because Athena and I we're not going to tear anybody down. We're not going to do anything that is like too insane, but we'll hint at some things for you, and you can sort of take the juicy bits here and there as you like.
What you can count on from us is that we are going to tell you the truth.
Yes.
We're not going to tell you any of these lies. We're going to discuss a whole bunch of stuff. Irene and I do not always agree on everything, and that will become apparent as those topics come up. So to get started today, what we wanted to talk about was something that kind of got us a little heated. It was something that one of our artists told us, actually a new artist, and they were a little bit confused. And so, Irene, did you know that SofTap is not for permanent makeup?
What? What have I been doing for 20 years? Oh my God. Do I need to go buy a machine now? Do I need to throw all my tools in the garbage because I can't use them for permanent makeup?
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
It was really confusing when I heard this also. And actually, I wasn't the one that heard it directly. It was heard to it was told to one of our other employees that she was like, oh, I heard that you can't use SofTap for permanent makeup.
I was like, oh.
It's just like a really confusing statement to me, because obviously we know everything there is to know about SofTap, right?
Right. Yeah.
And a lot about permanent makeup. I don't know if probably not everybody who's listening to us knows about us, but SofTap is actually a brand. A lot of people get it confused with a technique, but it's our company's name. And what we do is we specialize in manufacturing pigments for permanent makeup, all permanent makeup, machine and hand method. We also have tools, hand method tools. We do specialize in that. And we also do training and the services with our SofTap tools and pigments. And it's permanent makeup. That's what we do. We just do it all by hand. But SofTap is a company, and it was actually founded by our parents in 1988.
Right. So it's got over 35 years of experience in the permanent makeup field, and not just for eyebrows, not just for microblading, but for eyeliner, for lips, scalp, scar camouflage, corrections,
and not
areola.
Just in the hand method. Our knowledge that we have is generational.
Yeah.
And it covers all things permanent makeup. So I just want to start with that we're just not a couple of nobodies that don't know anything about permanent makeup, and we're coming in here telling you what's what, okay? We have a lot of
generational knowledge.
Here.
When other companies are advertising that they have like 20 years of combined experience, that is... Okay, if you want to combine all of our experience, we have like a ridiculous
experience.
So much. It's going to be at least 50 years, because you've got 20 from me and you've got like 40 from Alexis.
Yeah, some of you might know SofTap founder Alexis Lawson.
Yeah, she's the boss, man. She's amazing.
Yeah. So she's taught us a lot. We've basically apprenticed our whole lives. And so here we are hearing something that is so confusing. SofTap is not permanent makeup. So I want to talk about, first of all, we think that that's bogus. But why is that bogus? Because to somebody who doesn't know about SofTap, or who doesn't know about the hand method even, why is this being said?
Well, you can have two theories there. One is my theory, which is we're afraid of what we don't know. And we want to just reject what we don't know and not dive into something that could be weird and that's against the long treaded footpath that other people are doing. And then there's your theory,
which is that I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. So maybe what has happened here is SofTap is synonymous with microblading. Just like tissue is synonymous with the brand Kleenex.
Right.
Like maybe we're being grouped into just microblading,
Yeah, that's
and
a
we don't
possibility,
realize
but
that.
that's not us though.
It's not. Yeah, it's not. And I think when somebody's saying soft tap is you can't use soft tap for permanent makeup, maybe they're saying like you can't use microblading for like powder eyebrows or like lip blush or eyeliner, like other methods that are not hair
That's pretty
strokes.
obvious. I mean,
Obvious to us, but maybe not obvious to people who don't know much about us,
that's true.
right?
Yeah, that's true. I guess it is better to give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm
Right?
over here like, don't you know you could do lips?
Well,
Don't you
they
know you could do eyeliner? Come
I
on.
know, we
And it's
know that.
easier.
It
It's
is it's
easier.
quite easy and quite gentle, but we just heard not to even add to that, but we just heard even today that somebody called us and they were like, "Oh, I heard that you can't use soft tap for, like, oily skin and for mature skin," and that also surprised us, but again, if you swap soft tap out for microblading, microblading can't be used on mature skin, microblading can't be used on oily skin.
Well,
It makes a little more sense.
it does, but you can microblade on
You
oily
can.
skin or mature skin. The results are just more variable than if you're working on
I know.
drier skin or skin that's just in better condition.
So
Any skin.
controversial to say, Irene. You
Oh
can't
my
microblade on
god.
oily skin.
I've microbladed on very oily skin before,
Mhm.
and it has just turned into a soft powder effect. It doesn't mean that it didn't work. It
Yeah,
just didn't come out the way that you wanted.
right.
You wanted little hairs, and instead you get like a nice kind of fade in the background. So with that client, I was like, well, with others too, I'm like, let's just go to a powder
Yeah,
route
that's the way
instead.
to do
A
it.
little ombre. It's just the hairs aren't going to hold on you. So let's stay with something more robust. And that's
That's
plenty
it.
fine.
That's permanent makeup. So I think
Yeah.
we can say, like, definitively, can you use soft tap for permanent makeup?
Yes. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? To me,
I
this
just
is
wanna
just so
debunk it because maybe other people are thinking that. And so,
oh,
okay, so
effrontery.
why? I know. So let's go into why soft tap is for permanent makeup then.
Okay, well,
Okay.
it should be obvious, but if you
For
approach
somebody who
something
doesn't know anything about soft tap.
okay, well, then I will tell you what I tell my clients.
Mhm.
Okay, so think about how you take care of your skin, how
Mhm.
important your skin is. If you're a lady, oftentimes you're applying retinol at night and sunscreen during the day, and you're trying to stay
Yes,
out
those are
of the
big ones.
sun. You're cleansing at least once. Some people are double cleansing, some people are
Ooh.
applying tretinoin, some people are getting Botox. You take such good care of your skin.
Mhm.
So when you go to do your permanent makeup, shouldn't you have something that's, like, a little bit gentler on your skin? Because
So if
Soft Tap works with your skin,
but,
okay?
so I think what we need to tell people is, like,
Mm,
soft tap is not just microblading.
right.
Actually, microblading is an extremely small part of what we
Yes.
do
Yeah.
with our tools and our pigments and our method, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, soft tap, for anybody who doesn't know, soft tap is it works actually just like a machine does,
Mm,
except you're doing what the machine does in a mechanical way with your own hand.
mhm.
You're touching the needles to the skin, you are poking little tiny holes in that way, and
You
then
lift
you're
up. Mm,
yep,
that's
lifting
it.
them up.
It's
That's all there
there.
is to it.
Yeah.
And so it's a very gentle method and it's extremely controlled because your hand is in
Yeah,
complete control of
your
every
tool is
tap.
not moving. Your tool
Mhm.
is not moving. You have the freedom to just set your tool down and do 1 tap, and
Mhm.
you can get some color.
Or set your tool down and do no tap.
That's yeah, exactly. That is a great point. Freedom. There's a lot of freedom with that you can just set it down. You can say, "Do I wanna put
Right.
color
Touch the
here?"
needle to the
Yeah,
skin.
instead of being like, "Okay, okay, I'm gonna take this and then I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna get this area." I feel like you have to, like, be prepared when you come in
You do have to be
with
more
something
prepared, I
that's
would say.
moving.
You do. You do, but for us with the not just the hand method, but the soft tap hand method, it's just a very gentle way. It's a hand method version of what the machine does. And
Exactly.
very simplified way. That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's right.
Microblading is a different technique. You're still using needles. There's some people out there that still think that microblading is done with an actual blade, which I find a little bit funny.
It's funny, but it's also I mean, it says microblading, so you
It
think that
does.
it means blade. That's why a lot of people in our business didn't like the word microblading.
I
They were
don't
like,
either, to be
"Okay, we
honest.
didn't, we didn't."
Yeah.
We kinda were like, "Oh, micro Ooh, like
There's no yeah, there was not
yeah.
really a good term. We heard
It's
some
not
pretty
really yeah,
funny ones out there over
something.
those years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that we don't really wanna say here because they're kind of
no, some of them are just not comfortable. I
Yeah,
don't know. It's just when you're
exactly.
looking for a way to describe something that you're doing, it's putting the word blade in, or when people say like the word crosshatch, we don't
Mm,
like to say crosshatch.
true.
We have a crisscross technique
Crisscross. Oh,
instead. Okay. So you
so refined.
yeah, well look, it's the words that you use make people feel a certain way.
Your clients especially.
Yes, if you go
Mhm.
up to your client and you're like, "Okay, we're gonna blade you, and then we're gonna cross hatch you, and then you're gonna
Oh
be
my
beautiful." I know, isn't it horrible? You
god.
cannot use those kinds of words around your
I
clients.
never thought about it like that.
Yeah, it's awful. You wanna be lying down on a table and somebody comes at you and they're like, "Okay, now time for microblading." You're
Oh
like,
my gosh.
"No,
Yeah,
let
well,
me be." Your
it's not
words matter. Your
they
words do
do, and
matter.
they're not really done with a blade either. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do microblading with an actual
No, of
blade.
course not. That,
I've always seen it with just a group of needles in
yes.
a row,
Uh-huh.
a single row of needles, maybe a
Yeah.
curve, maybe a U, sometimes even like a 45-degree angle.
Sure.
Sure.
It can be done many different ways, but SofTap is not microblading. We do
Yes,
microblading.
we do.
We do, if
A
you
little bit
like, a little bit.
sometimes.
Although now the trend is a little bit more nano brows where you sort of tap the hairs in, which, we've actually been doing for a really long
A
time.
really
Nobody
long
knows that
time.
about us
Back us up,
either. We'll have
people. You
to
know us.
yeah, if you've been tapping hairs, then, let us know that you've been tapping hairs. I've been tapping hairs since I was 19
It's
years
my
old.
favorite way, to be honest. It always has been my favorite.
The
Yeah.
the only thing I've gotta say against it is that it takes a lot more time than
Yes.
microblading.
But also doing nano brows with the machine also takes a long time.
Yeah, that seems to be a long road
We've
for a lot of
practiced with
people.
this
Yeah.
and, like I've said, we've had a lot of experience here. And nano brows for people who are pretty experienced, they take them like 2 hours. And
Mhm.
to be honest, tapping in hairs with a soft tap tool, it does not take 2
It
hours.
doesn't take 2 hours.
So it always surprises me to hear some of these other people being like, "Oh, nano brows with the machine is so far superior to." They usually say manual method, but I think what they're saying is microblading. But what they don't know is that you can tap in these hairs by hand
Right,
with
yeah.
manually. You can tap them in just like a machine. It's
So
the
easy.
same.
It's the same.
Yeah,
It's the same yeah, it
yeah.
really is. You're implanting pigment under the skin. Whether you're doing it with a single needle or multiple
Mhm.
needles or, a rose thorn, it is
Sure.
still tattoo ink or pigment, permanent makeup ink, some kind of substance that leaves a mark under the skin. That's what
Yes,
a tattoo
that is
is.
the definition of a tattoo.
So, we don't need to get hung up on how it's done,
Yes.
but if you
What
wanna
is
try
done?
what is done
Pigment into the skin
pigment into skin, that's all that it
where
is.
the dermal and the epidermal layer meet.
Yeah,
That's
that's right,
it.
the junction, that's where you're putting pigment. So, we don't have to hate on each other for the methods. We don't hate on machine people. I
Not
think,
at all. No.
but, we were kinda wondering, like, where is all this hate coming from on the manual methods?
Oh, I just still I truly like to believe. I truly like to believe.
You're probably correct. It's probably just misunderstanding
Yeah.
and misinformation.
Yeah.
Of
The
course, I'm ready
microblading
out here with, like,
I
my sword and
know.
shield, flying like a scion and just
Hey,
destroy everyone. Stop it.
when
You
I first
understand.
heard that too, I was like
Grab your knives and pitchforks. Come
like
on.
like what you said. It was like, what have we been doing since
And it's
1988
like,
then?
"Oh, I'm sorry. Let me just quit then." Like
Yeah. It was a confusing thing to hear, but yeah, I think that probably it hopefully it
it's
didn't
gotta
have
just
bad
be
intention behind it.
misinformation. Alright.
Yeah.
Well, then let me tell you what we can do with
Sure.
SofTap then,
Yes.
just so that now that we know that you can do permanent makeup with SofTap, why don't we
Mhm.
explore what can be done?
Yes.
So microblading is one thing that can be
Sure.
done. We know
Mhm.
that. Now we know nano brows can be done this way too, by
Absolutely.
tapping in the hairs. Now, can you shade the eyebrows in?
Yes.
Yes.
You can even do ombre
Oh
brows.
my
I
god.
know.
What?
Mind blown. You really
What?
can.
Oh, what about a powder brow? There's no way it could get dark enough to
I
last.
would argue that we are like the original powder brow, actually, because back in 1988, when
No,
Mike and
when they were
Alexis
looking
Lawson
at that.
started, they
Yeah.
saw Sharpie brows
Oh,
everywhere.
yeah, that
Just
was
that,
the
like, very
norm.
carbon heavy. That's why right now, like, seeing all the very carbon heavy eyebrows, we're kind of, like,
Ooh,
going
girl,
back to
we gotta
the
talk about that another
another
time.
time, another time.
Carbon
We're
is
going back to the
another
'80s
subject.
there, okay? But
Yeah,
they
that's
saw that and they were like, "Whoa, hold up a minute. Like, why are we doing these eyebrows with these carbon tattoo inks and also with tattoo machines at the time too?"
yeah, you had your coil machine, you had
Yeah.
your rotary machine,
Yeah.
and they were
So
making
that's
it work.
why SofTap came around. They were like, "You know what? There's a gentler way to do
And
this."
easier for the technician. It
Yes.
is because you can just set your needle down and choose where you wanna put it. You can change your mind.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's
Every
great
tap
freedom.
can be different too. Your first tap can be very light-handed, and then your
Then
next
you
tap
can
can
come in,
be
yeah.
heavier, and you can tap 2 times in this spot, or you can tap 20 times in this spot.
The more you tap, the darker it gets.
And you don't have to rip up the skin when you
No,
tap 20
you can
times.
see that it's in there, and then you can stop.
Very, very yeah. It seems like we're making it sound really easy, but to be honest, like
Well, no, it is easy. If you
yes.
follow the few basic principles of how do you get ink into the skin,
Mhm. I
pigment
know.
into the skin, all you need is you need to get it in at the right depth.
Yes.
It's all about the tap.
It's in the
That's
hand
it.
of the artist. It's in the hand of the artist. Whether
And
you
the
use the
same with
hand
the
method
machine. If
yes.
you barely glance the skin with your machine, it's not going to stay. If
No.
you dig into the skin with your machine, you're going to get a bad result. You
Yes.
have to have some knowledge of
Finesse, man.
finesse,
Finesse.
nuance. You must see what you do and how it affects what you're doing.
That's
So it's
right.
the same thing with us, I think. And it is a very easy method to use as long as you follow those simple
Great for
rules.
eyeliner, I
Oh,
will
yeah.
say. We have
Yeah.
I have heard from a lot of people actually. We've actually converted a lot of machine users who just gave up on eyeliner, which always really surprised
We were
me.
like, "Really? It's so
Like,
easy. It's
yeah.
just a line." But then actually, I have to confess that
Mm.
we did go and get a machine to see what everybody was talking
Sure,
about
yes, of
recently.
course.
So we're gonna go and do a separate deal with that so we could tell you all about what we found. But one of the things that we found was it seemed really difficult to sort of finagle that machine into a really tight
You just
space.
have to be really
Really
careful.
careful,
Really
really
careful.
focused, a lot of
Yeah.
control, and it's not like when I work, I don't have
No,
control
you
and
still have
finesse
to
and all
have a
these
lot of
things,
focus.
but it seemed like
The stress
so
level
much.
I think the
Yeah.
stress level as an artist is
Going into the inner corner of the eye with that
yeah,
would probably make me a little bit nervous.
and it makes new artists nervous even with the hand method, even with us
Sure.
when they're going on the eyeliner, like, they're nervous, but listen, they get it, okay? They do a little bit, they can put their needle we could say, "Hold up a minute, don't go right there, let's go right there," and we can adjust them
We can lead in a
before
little
they
bit. Uh-huh.
implant color.
Yeah, we could say, "Why
We
don't we" Yeah,
can. And then
exactly.
they can do it right. So you build some confidence that way, which is also another great thing about the soft tap hand method, the tapping technique with the soft tap hand method, okay? Not
Mhm.
microblading with the
Mhm.
soft tap hand method. Don't do that on the
No, you
eyeliner.
can't. No, you can't. But you
Please.
when you see that last little eyelash and you're trying to get to it,
Mhm.
do you wanna be coming at that with something that is running at, like, 100 taps per second, or do you want to come at it and set your needle down and just tap
I
up?
mean, me personally, you know how I feel, but
Of course,
I
it's
do
very, very
get
biased on that end. I just don't
yes.
see how anybody would want to take something that's running that fast that close to the eyes.
Yeah.
That takes a
It's a
lot of
little
confidence. Good on you for being, good with it, but
There are people
scares
that
me.
do it beautifully. I know a lot of artists that I see online that use their machines, and they do a beautiful job on the
Oh,
eyeliner,
of course they do.
but I
They
do
do.
know a lot of machine artists that fear eyeliner.
Mhm.
They do, and I think that's understandable. I do. But you can also use soft tap tools for lips. I've heard
Of
some people
course.
say that for some reason, again, I think it's like soft tap and microblading being synonymous, but they say, "Oh, soft tap is like too rough on the lips."
No.
And I'm wondering if that they're just saying, like, microblading would be too rough on lips because actually, I don't know if anybody knows this, but there was a very brief time during
Oh.
microblading, yeah, some people were using larger groupings of needles, and they called it macro blading, and they were actually doing, like, a scraping technique with these large needles on the lips specifically, yeah,
Oh, I
which was
don't
it
know.
looked it
That's
was
not good.
awful.
That's not
It was
good.
awful, it was short-lived,
Mm-mm.
thank
Well, yeah,
goodness.
thank goodness for that.
Yeah.
maybe that kind of goes into some machine artist preference for using a single needle on the lips versus using a larger configuration.
Mm.
Some of them like to use a single needle because they feel that it doesn't, cause as much trauma as more
I think it also
needles,
gives you,
but
like, that blushing effect that they're looking
maybe.
for, you
Mhm.
know?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But the truth is when it heals, it all is the same. So
Yes, that's I guess kind of the ironic thing to all of us. Well, not us, but other artists maybe arguing with each other over like which technique is best and like how you do it, which is best. When really the the healed results, if you're getting the pigment in the right place in the skin, you're gonna have a good healed result,
mhm.
right? No matter what
Yeah.
you use and no matter what your special technique is.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. If it's a good result, it's a good result. Okay. And like the very slight differences there might be from one technique to the other don't really matter.
Hmm.
That's kind of what we're talking about in this whole thing is like it doesn't necessarily matter how you get from point A to point
Right.
B there. I mean, it does. You don't want to cause trauma to the skin, whatever.
Yes.
But we're all achieving.
Whatever.
Okay. Well, I
But
mean, it is
it does
important, but
matter.
it does. But like, we're all doing something to get beautiful permanent color
Yes,
into the
yes.
lips. And I'm able to get beautiful permanent color into the lips. You're able to get beautiful color into the lips. Machine people are able to get beautiful color in the
Yes.
lips. So, yeah, can we
Yes, why
just,
knock on any of it?
yeah,
Yeah.
why can't we be
Yeah,
friends?
it's
Yeah,
true, we can be
we
friends. I
can.
actually
We
got
can.
blocked on social media by a really
That
big
happened to me
name.
too, because I was trying to be like, "Hey guys, use SofTap," and everybody's like, "Oh," and they got rid of me.
I didn't even do that. I just
Yeah.
tried to debunk actually that soft tap was not synonymous with microblading, and
Wow,
I got
that's
blocked.
it?
I was surprised by it. I
People.
know.
That's another problem.
Just
People
little old
these
me.
days, you gotta be able to
Yeah, we could
talk to
be
people. We can be
friends.
friends.
If that was you,
Machine
unblock me, we
people,
could still be
we can
friends.
still be friends. Yeah, machine people, I like you. You're my friends.
Yes,
We both do great
we
work.
do.
Everybody does great work. Just be
Yeah,
cool.
be cool, people. Be cool.
That's it.
Okay, so I think we've concluded that soft tap is
It actually
for
is for
permanent
makeup?
makeup.
Phew, okay, good,
Yep, that's how it all came about. So I'm glad that we were able to cover that. And if in case anybody was wondering, yes, you can do permanent makeup with soft tap. And if that means like can you do powder brows? Can you do ombre brows? Can you do lip blushing? Can you do
of
a
course.
shaded eyeliner? Can you do a winged eyeliner? Can you do a real tattooing? Can you do scar revision?
Yeah,
Can you do scalp tattoo? Yes.
you do all
Yes,
of it.
yes, yes, to all
Mhm.
of it. Yes, you
Yep,
can.
yep. We've done it, and we've been doing it for a very, very long time. Something that is probably new about us is coming out and actually telling people what we do and what we can do. I think
Yes,
as a company and as a family, we're sort of not shy, but we sort of just we keep our heads down and work, and
yes.
we are trying to take care of all the little things that we need to do. But in the meantime, while we're keeping our heads down, there are other people who are out there saying that you can't use our method for this and you can't use it for that. So that's why we're here is to be
This
able
is
to tell
it's
you,
the truth.
yes,
We're
this is
telling you
the
the
truth.
truth.
And it's true. You can actually do it,
You
okay?
can.
Don't listen to just
We
random
invite
stuff.
you to try for yourself
Try.
even. If you're not sure, you're like, "Hmm, maybe." Yeah, try it. You'll see. You'll
Yeah.
see. It's a
And if
great
you
way.
let us know what you think about it, give it
Yeah,
a
we would love
try.
feedback. We love feedback.
Let us know the pros and cons, because I guarantee you, you're gonna like it better than what you're doing.
Well, I don't know if you can guarantee
Well, I guess I
that.
don't know. Look, I can guarantee from when I picked up that machine, I was like, "Oh my goodness, how do people work with
I
this?"
know. Another
But
time for that one. I
another
know.
time.
I
Yeah.
know.
But you guys, you do you, boo. It's all cool.
It is all good.
It's
It's
all
all
good.
good in the neighborhood. We are happy about all of it,
Yeah,
okay?
maybe I can't guarantee it, but I can almost guarantee
Sure.
it. So,
Yeah, argue with Irene about that. Tell her what's what.
there you go, huh? Come
That's what
on,
we wanna
beat
hear.
me up, huh?
No,
Let's
it's
do
all
it. No.
good. We prefer to be friends.
Yeah, we do.
So
Okay,
so that's
so
it. So, that's all we have to discuss for
that's all
that, I
we got to
think.
discuss for that. Yes, you can use our permanent makeup method for permanent makeup.
Yes, you can.
People.
So if you like listening to this kind of thing, these are the kind of things we're going to talk about. Things that we see online mostly that people are saying. We
Is
like
that
to
all we have to
discuss
talk
them.
about today? We don't have anything else we can tell anybody about with, you know, for our first episode. What would you like to hear about for our next episode?
Are you trying to tease something for
I
the next
am.
episode?
What should we talk about?
Shh.
Oh,
Make them wait.
make them wait. Oh my goodness.
Let us know what you'd like to hear about. Did you hear something crazy that you're like, is this true? Tell
Yeah.
us. We'll
All right,
unpack it.
any tea, okay? We'll talk about it and we'll tell you the truth and we'll do it politely.
Mostly politely.
Mostly. I mean, Athena will. I don't know about me.
No, you guys don't know me well enough yet.
I'll tell you something. Athena will give it to you straight. She'll do it politely. But you'll know when you're wrong.
Oh, gosh. Don't tell them my secrets.
No.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks
Yeah.
for listening, everybody. Next time,
Happy tapping.
The information, views, and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the host and guests. They do not necessarily reflect the views, policies, or official positions of SofTap Inc. SofTap Inc. is not responsible for any decisions, actions, or outcomes based on information discussed in this podcast.
Thank you for listening.